Welcome back to Proficiency Bonus, where once more your most benevolent DM Matthew has forgot to unmute his microphone as we start the evening. So, again, I must apologize for last week. Unfortunately, life happened. We had to cut things short right in the heat of battle, but we'll get to that in just a moment. A couple of quick shout-outs to our friends before we get down memory lane. Shout-outs to Team MC for all the great support they give to the streamers, small streamers like us. You can find them on Twitter. Many-sided dice and their wonderful Lost Artifacts to Greyghast magic items compendium. Our newest partner, DiceBard. You can find them at dicebard.com. Don't forget to use the promotion code PROBO, PROBO, to get free expedited shipping anywhere they ship, this world or the next. Don't be confused. It works. And with that, we'll jump right into, well, the heat of last week, so to speak. Our party had managed to find the last 2 cubes that were unaccounted for. And upon being contacted by an emissary of their ally, Fanthasa, they proceeded to discuss things, mull things over a little bit, and agree to be stripped down of their armor and weapons and possessions, and then get marched basically into the slave pits by Fanthasa and her guards, with the expectation that Fanthasa would remove those loyal to her. She didn't really say how many they were, but she said she'd get her people out of the way. As the party proceeded to make their way in, their belongings got handed over, walked down this curving pathway into the slave area, and were met by a couple of very sort of animalistic looking Yanti guards, as well as another Yanti with the humanoid body wearing very nice robes. Head looks much like a king cobra's with the hood flared open, and a young, very gaunt Chultan male who is seemingly the voice of this Yanti slave master. As most of the party did what they were instructed to do, picked up their pickaxes, found a spot on the wall, and started at least the appearance of mining. One of our party members, Quen, proceeded to start to almost antagonize the slave master, stating how his frail body was not suited for manual labor, and certainly there was a better place that they could march him off to serve his slave time. As one of the Yanti proceeded to grab the chains that still had Quen shackled and drag Quen back down the way you came, Devanay apparently didn't like that idea and proceeded to summon Tuala's glaive. Things sort of went downhill from there. As the party does not have their possessions, they don't have their armor. In some cases, this leaves them more vulnerable than others. We'll leave it at that. Come to find out this week. And with that, we will pick up where we left off. Normally, Michael likes to say, so the story is told. I'm going to say, Solaren, you're up. What you doing?
Okay. All right. So I'll move and I'll target the king.
Give me a second here. I just gotta fix the music. Chat saying music's a bit loud, and I'm a little quiet. Okay. Let me see. Okay, sorry, Digitio. I'm trying to play around a little bit. Let me know if that's any better for you. I've got the music turned down a tad. And got, hopefully my volume up a little bit for you. Okay, go ahead, Solaren.
Okay. So I'm going to target the slave leader here with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That is unfortunately just not going to cut it. I didn't know you got a second blast, so...
Yes, so I'll try it again.
That's right.
Ooh.
Use up those ones.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
That.
Okay, and actually, give me a second. I'm gonna find him in here.
Okay.
I'm on the wrong screen.
I'm going
Thank you much, Digitio. Glad to hear it's better for us now. Let's see.
Oh, what's your deal?
Okay, so we are down here. 3. Gotta have my book open to see which I'm looking at. I don't remember his armor class. Okay, so the second one is gonna miss as well.
Oh,
Okay, just because I forgot to mention this last week, spellcasters, make sure you're checking the spells you're casting, because you'll only be able to cast ones that are verbal and somatic. None of you have your focuses or your material components.
okay.
Oh, somatic.
And
Got it.
anything else? You staying there? Or are you moving?
I'll stay here. I was
Okay.
going to cast Hex as a bonus action, but that I don't have material, so I can't do that.
Solaren is holding my focus.
No.
Could I... Let's see. Could I move back and give the focus back to Devaney?
I don't think
no,
you would
my
know it's
hands
her
are full.
focus.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so that's it then.
And moving back, you'd be leaving his range as well, so he'd get a free shot at you.
Yeah, so I'll just send it there then.
I should say all my fighter-based spells.
So let's see here.
Oh, that was a complete failure.
Man, all mine require materials.
So as
Except for one.
2 of you are right there. Oops.
Wait.
Apologies, I forgot to turn my ringtones off on my phone, so that's not going to be fun during stream. Okay.
Can't do that.
So with that, Slave Master is going to, looking at the 2 of you who are standing basically on either side of his mouthpiece at this point, is going to take out the scimitar from within his robes and take 1 slash at Devaney and then 1 over at Solaren. So first one at Devaney, that is a 17.
Will hit.
That is 9 slashing damage. And then Solaren, we have a 12.
My AC is a 12.
So meets it, beats it. So there's 5 slashing damage as he carves into you.
Okay.
And then he is going to stay right where he is, looking between the 2 of you, and that'll bring us over to his mouthpiece here. And I have... Yes, we go. Okay. So he's just going to pick up the small, looks almost like a walking stick that he's got in his hand. And he's going to take a swing at Devaney. That is a 9.
No.
Okay. And that'll bring us... Oh, and Solana, if I can ask you to run Quen for the start of this evening.
Right, because I know what to do with Quen, especially when he doesn't have a sword. Quen is going to now... What do wizards do? Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh,
if
that's
it's-
materials. That requires materials. They all require materials. That require. Sorry, I'm not used to.
Okay,
Does
let's
he have
see.
Firebolt? Magic Missile?
He's got magic missile.
That magic missile is verbal and somatic.
Okay. Alright, he's going to magic missile the bad dude. The big baddie.
Okay, so going for the boss behind him, not the one who's dragging him away.
Oh, he's been physically drug away.
Yeah, like right now, Quen's hands are manacled in front of him, And he's being pulled away by the Yanti to his right.
Okay, no, he'll go for the one that's dragging him away.
Okay, so go ahead and roll us up a magic missile.
I guess at level 3.
Okay.
I will keep track of that.
That is definitely gonna hit. Just grab. Oops, lost. Okay, so. Okay, so that is 22 points of damage. This guy is not looking great. You can tell that he really didn't like that.
Good. Okay.
And that will bring us, so that was top of the order, and that brings us over to Solana, who you had a pickaxe in your hand a couple of moments ago, but you decided to chuck it at the big bad guy, and it is now sort of clattered off into the other side of the room.
Of course I would. Okay. Are all these guys bad?
So far, all of the Yanti that are in the room with you are all physically engaged with you.
Okay.
The one Chalton that is sort of standing right beside the slave master, in between Devaney and Solaren, just took a swipe at Devaney with this walking stick.
What about like these guys? Are they
The other guys around the room are currently just mining away. They're head down. They are completely ignoring you, completely ignoring the Yanti.
Cool. Okay. That makes things cooler. Okay, I'm going to, in that case, summon... Cause that dude, I looked it up. I'm gonna summon Bob Dylan.
Make sure you can get out of the room if we need to.
Bob Dylan's going right there.
Okay, so Bob Dylan's popping up right next to you.
Yep. He's got a 10-foot reach.
So go ahead and roll an initiative for Bob Dylan.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll initiative for Bob Dylan. Does that go?
Let's see, I think so. Yep. Which is sort of nice, because that's going to put... Oh, did you not click on the token?
Oh, I forgot to click on the token.
Okay, go ahead and click on it, and we'll get him in the right spot.
Oh, I thought I did click on the token.
He's not in there.
Okay, now I can't click on the token. Why can't I click on the token? Oh wait. Okay, sorry, roll 20 is being slow for me.
Oh, here.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what it might be? I bet I know. Hold on.
Okay, there we go.
You know what? Setting.
Alright, so he's after Dominic. Okay.
Okay.
And
So
that's my
I
action.
bet I know why that you don't have access to his character sheet.
Oh no, I do.
Okay.
Says I do.
Yep. I couldn't remember if he might have been one of the ones that you had done while you were the GM. You were at GM privileges, so we never.
Yeah, no, it just is slow when it is said I wasn't on his tracker, even though I was. Okay. Anyway, so I did that.
Okay, so that's action. Any bonus action or movement?
Does anyone? No, I can't bonus action. No. Okay, no, I'm good.
Alrighty then, so that brings us over to Devaney then.
Alright, I would
You
like
now
to...
have no visibility of Quen and the other Yanti. Bob Dylan is just dropped in the entranceway.
I have plenty to hit over here. I am going to attempt to do Shocking Grasp on the head guy.
Okay. And that will actually hit.
Oh, good.
Go ahead and roll up some damage.
Well, that's better damage.
Oh, not bad.
And as a bonus action, because this is something I realized I could do as a 7th level fighter, is if I cast a cantrip as my main action as a bonus action, I can take an attack. So I would like to
Nice.
try to hit him with my glaive.
Alrighty then. And that'll hit. So go ahead and roll some damage.
Nice.
Nice.
There we go. Damage!
Devaney is starting to do a little damage to the slave master. You can smell the sort of charred scent of just from like almost like burning wires, that electrical smell as the shock travels up his body as she then carves down with two hands into him with the glaive.
Well, at least he doesn't have any hair. That's all I'm doing for my turn.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Bob Dylan.
Okay, Bob Dylan's gonna go against the one that has, Quen.
Okay. That'll definitely hit, so go ahead and roll some damage.
Oh, it already rolled.
Oh, wow. Okay. It is still alive, although it is looking shaky.
Okay. And that's Bob Dylan's turn.
Okay. That will bring us over to the slaves who are currently mining. And they're just...
You keep on mining.
This will bring us over to our...
Viva la revolution!
This will bring us over to our three brood guards.
Okay.
First one with Quen in his hand is going to make 3 attacks against Quen.
Oh no! Quen is not so.
1 bite. Come on. That'll work. There we go. 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. So I think the 15 and the 14 are gonna hit.
I don't know because it says his armor class is 16, but I don't know.
It's 10 plus Dex mod. Because right now
Okay,
Quen has
10
no
plus
armor.
dex. So yeah, those 2 will hit.
Okay, so that is a total of 12 damage, 7 piercing, and 5 slashing.
Quen is not looking so good. I should probably do.
And then we have one next to Solana, who's going to make 3 attacks against her.
Okay.
And actually, we're going to have him make an intelligence check real quick to see if he recognizes that you're the one who just summoned that, because he may do something a little different.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, he's got no clue, so he's just doing his regular thing.
Okay.
That's a 14, a 10,
No.
and a 5. I think the 14 you said is your AC now, so that's going to hit.
Okay.
So that is 7 piercing damage to you as he reaches out and bites into your shoulder.
Ow.
And then we've got the other one with Devaney, who's going to take a couple of attacks at her.
Okay.
That's
Devaney will cast shield.
5,
No.
10, and 5.
Ooh.
Thanks for
Okay,
casting
anyway.
shield, and nice. using
Well,
a
it
couple of
lasts my
spells.
whole round, so who
Oh, I
knows?
should have probably done that. Does Quen have shield? I probably should have done that. Oh well. I'll do that next turn. Yeah.
I don't know if Quen does yet.
Quen does have
might
shield.
know. Okay.
I'll do that next turn. Don't worry.
Okay, now that brings us over to the slave master, who is just watching as this Yanti is just being repelled by this magical shield in front of Devaney. So he is going to... Let's see. And he's going to reach out with the scimitar again and just take 2 attacks at Solarin.
Okay.
And that is a
Ooh.
19 and a 22.
He's only 9.
So that is 9 points of slashing damage as this guy just rakes his scimitar across you twice.
Not good.
And that'll bring us over to Solarin.
Okay. I will. So on the King Cobra here, I'm gonna cast Vampiric Touch.
Oh,
Reach out and just manage to grab onto his robes and...
Oh gosh.
that's like 3 not ones you rolled. Even with, I know one was at disadvantage, but still,
Yeah.
that's just.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of nat ones going right now.
Yeah, I'll just stay here. I don't want to give him an attack of opportunity, so.
Okay. That'll bring us over to Cody, his voice piece, and seeing that you seem to be having a rough go of it, he's going to turn and take a swing at you.
Oh, ouch.
And that's a 16.
Oh my gosh.
So that is 3 bludgeoning damage as he picks up his walking stick and just wraps you on the side of your head. And that'll bring us over to Quen.
Okay, Quen's gonna do magic missile again, because Quen doesn't have a lot of other spells except for that can be just vocal and somatic.
Quen can tell this one's definitely looking pretty rough.
Okay, so he's gonna cast it at level 2. Oh.
Okay. And that is enough as Quen often blasts into this thing and it collapses on the ground.
Ooh, I rolled 3 4s. That's pretty awesome. +4 +3.
Okay, anything else Quen would be doing as movement bonus?
Can he move through Bob Dylan? Because they're friendly.
We'll say yes, but it's difficult terrain.
Gwen is gonna go over here, I think, if that's possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
What's Quen's total movement? 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, and that'll bring us over to Solana then.
Solana's gonna move over here. And can she see Gwen?
Not too great. I mean, you're dealing with this large...
Oh, I can't do healing word because that's material. Oh no, Quinn's gonna heckin' die. Oh no. Okay, I have to go to Quinn and cure him. Really bothered. Okay, Solana's gonna... Is that like standing in the fire if I do that properly?
No, you'll be fine.
Okay. I don't really want to be there. I really don't. Okay, Solana's gonna cower and stay where she is, actually. Not cower. And then that's an action. So she's gonna stay where she is and just like, can she do it? She's gonna get foggy. She can turn into a fog. No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
She can wild shape.
Oh, I can wild shape! I'm a druid! Yes! Totally wild shaping. I don't think would a giant constrictor snake fit in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Giant constrictor snake. Do we have one of those or do you get it?
I can get you one real quick. Beasts.
Oh wow. That is bigger than Waldo. Okay. So, Solana's that now.
Okay, so we're just gonna take Solana and stick you over here in the other room.
Okay. Gotcha. And that's my action because I'm not a moon druid, so.
Okay, and then what I'm going to do real quick is just pull this up, edit. Solana. Okay, now you have access to a giant super snake
thank
sheet.
you. Yes, I do.
Okay, so that is Solana's. So Debonair, as you watch as Solana's trying, looks like she's a little unsure of what to do, and then all of a sudden, starting just rapidly, her body starts to elongate, and you see this massive snake start to coil in the room.
It's getting kind of full in here. Well, is going to do the exact same thing that she did last turn. Has it
Alrighty
worked
then.
really good? So that is a shocking grasp.
I just saw that the other day. Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Know your character, yes. Thank you.
Seems to be a recurring theme.
I know.
Okay.
I
Doing
haven't
okay, but
treated
again, you
it
get
like
that same sort of scent of just
2 weeks.
fried electricity.
Gizzard would be disappointed. And then Glaive.
That'll hit as well. And I'll say, given the giant constrictor snake, you do have advantage on that, so that will count as the crit. Given that the snake is just sort of coiling around in that whole area.
And growing.
Yeah, it's
My
definitely going to be
snake's
distracting.
bigger than your snake.
So many snakes.
Okay, he is definitely looking like he's taking some good shots. But he's still on his feet at the moment. And that'll bring us over to Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan's gonna go after this dude.
Okay.
So, where's Bob Dylan's fight? Bob Dylan. 12?
Okay. And that will not get through as he clamps down. You just watch as this thing reaches up and sticks his hand up into his mouth. And the two of them wrestle a little bit for a minute. He pulls his hand back in. Bob Dylan reels back. I'm a little confused on why his teeth didn't rip the hand off.
Gotcha. It's okay, Bob. Oh, I'm trying to think. Come on. Yeah, alright, that's Bob Dylan's turn.
Okay. So we come back around to the commoners. Okay.
A revolt
Let's
in
see
protest?
here. Okay. So we are just going to take. I have not want to roll 9 different checks, so we're just going to see what their modifier is. Okay, so it's 0. You know what, Selena? I'm going to have you do this as you're the giant snake.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll just 9 d20s for me. Just roll 9 d20. Because they don't have a modifier. We're going to see whether they realized it's you. Okay. So, out of those... Okay. Out of these, there are 2 of them. Most of them are getting ready to turn tail and run. But there are 2 out of those that are petrified that they are about to be fed to a giant snake.
Oh.
And as the majority of them are running, I'm gonna flag these guys. Solana colored dot on them. Okay. So, and that is their turn for the moment, and that brings us over to the auntie. We have 2 of them left. The first one that just got chomped at by Bob Dylan is looking down at its hand a little bit, and a couple of you have seen this sort of action, this sort of look. Solaren, you notice it a little bit better than Solana does, sort of being behind it, as he's still slowly becoming this massive snake. But you can see the eyes go a little glassy, as it is now recklessly attacking Bob Dylan.
Oh, bummer.
So that is a 12 for the first attack,
No.
22 for the second, and a 24,
Ooh.
nat 20 on the third. So it's a total of 7 and math, 14 to 21 slashing damage, as this thing is just raking its claws into the neck and underside of Bob Dylan.
full population. Okay.
The next one is going to make its couple of swipes at Devaney again. That is a 15,
The Devanate will be casting shield again.
14, and 18. I think
The
even with
18.
shield, the 18 will hit, right?
Yeah.
As that is 6 slashing damage as it goes to bite down, and again, that magical force just seems to push it off. But finally, it manages to get its claws around and dug into your shoulder. That'll bring us over to the Slave Master, who, seeing what is going on here, is going to look right at Solaren. And Solaren, all of a sudden in your mind, you start to hear a voice. And I think it would be so much better for you if you just turned around and killed that creature that just appeared. And I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
You can do it, Slan. Yeah.
And that is enough as
Wow.
Yanti is attempting to cast suggestion on you.
Nice.
And you manage to just shrug off the effect. And that is his action. And that brings us to you.
I am. I'm gonna cast Blade Ward on myself,
Oh, okay.
and then I am just going to retreat back to the corner as I've had no success as of yet trying to attack.
Okay, so as you're running away, he is going to get to take one swipe at you with the scimitar.
Okay.
That is a 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that'll be, given the resistance, that'll be 2 points of slashing damage as he carves into you.
Okay.
And then we'll bring us over to, once again, his little speaker, who, seeing you retreating, is, again, still going to swing at you. And that is a 16.
Oh,
So,
big
and I
one.
think it's to the end of your next turn. Yeah, so that is 1 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that'll bring us back over to Quen, who is in the corner on the other side of this, still mining slave.
Quen is Quen doesn't have anything. Quen's gonna hold an action.
Okay.
I don't want to use up all Quen's spells in case Quen comes. So
Well, Quen
Quen's
can try
gonna
to
hold.
grapple somebody. Quen can make an unarmed attack.
Oh, well,
I don't know what Quen's strength looks like, but
yeah, and I don't want to move him up here to where the other guy will have a thing in him. So he's just gonna hold magic missile level 1. If anyone
okay.
comes
What's
at
the
him.
trigger?
If anyone comes at him.
Okay. And that'll bring us to our giant constrictor snake then.
I'm gonna try to constrict the boss dude.
Okay. So that will definitely hit. So he is, yeah, he is constricted. So he is now considered grappled,
Yep.
and he is not looking in great shape. Okay, anything else you're doing?
Nope.
Okay, that'll bring us over to Devaney.
Would I be able to easily hit the head guy without hitting Solana?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
I mean,
All right.
she's got the bottom of him constricted, so you get a nice clear shot at the head.
All right, then I'll reach out and try to shock him again.
Okay. He is grappled, so you do have advantage.
Yay.
Unfortunately, as you reach out, it seems that Solana's a very good insulator. And you reach out and touch, and you just watch as the shock sort of harmlessly
dissipates through his shoulder and into Solana. And Solana, you don't even notice it.
Oh no!
You have advantage.
Oh, I do.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. I do.
So
Okay,
that'll hit.
That's good.
There are numbers between those two, Devaney.
Apparently.
Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Nice.
Not too bad.
And that is enough. As Devaney comes across, you all watch as this individual's head just falls from his shoulders.
Nice.
You are currently constricting a body.
Yeah. Wagon
Tiffany
her
looks
little bit.
intimidatingly at the snake person in front of her with some glowing nuts on her glaive. Well, Tuala's glaive. It's not really hers.
That possession is 9/10 of the law.
She's holding it for him.
Okay, anything else you're doing? Oh, say, go ahead and make you said you were looking at him intimidatingly. Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Nice. Do it. Be intimidating. You can do it.
Nope.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Okay, and that'll bring us over to Bob Dylan.
Bob's gonna go after the, yeah, still the same one right there.
Okay,
Bob's
so go
gonna
ahead and make a
try to
roll.
fight him. Yeah, Bob.
Wow. Bob either does nothing or he does a whole
I
boat
know.
roll. Okay, we'll just call this one, okay, so that definitely hits, and this thing lets out a hideous shriek as Bob Dylan just rips into him. He's still on his feet, but he is looking in rough shape, just massive tooth marks into his shoulder and just blood pouring out. He's not looking good.
Yeah. And that's Bob's turn.
Okay. Well, that it brings us back over to our commoners, who are seeing the slave masters dead. The majority of them are starting to try to run. Actually, I'm not going to try to move all these tokens because Roll20 is going to have a seizure if I do that. So the ones without the green dots on them are starting to run towards Bob Dylan to try to get out of that exit. The two with the green dot, on the other hand, are certain that the giant snake has been summoned to eat them and have finally shaken out of their fear and have now joined in with the others to fight the hideous scaly creatures. Unfortunately, that includes both the brood guard and the one standing right beside Solana. It includes you. As the DC was a 5 and the two of them rolled a 2. It's like it really wasn't that hard to notice the wood elf turned into a snake, but two of them are panicky. So the first one is going to take a swipe at you, Solana. That's a 14. The second one's going to swing at the brood guard in front of Devaney. That's a 19. That's definitely going to hit him.
Okay,
I'd
the
hire
14 will hit.
that guy.
So
Okay.
2 bludgeoning. Okay.
Yep, so unfortunately I need you to make a Constitution save for Bob Dylan.
Oh, poor Bob. Bye, Bob.
And that's your save, not the snake's, right?
Oh,
Well, what's your modifier?
+7. Did that work?
Okay. That would work.
Oh no,
That would be
no, Constitution +3, so that is mine. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so unfortunately, as you all watch,
Sorry, I've got Quinn's up, I've got mine up, I've got the Snake, I've got mine.
believe me, I understand. I'm shuffling through 4 or 5 on the side of mine.
Okay.
Okay, so unfortunately, as This person comes up and walks up and literally just takes his wand, hits you with the pick. It's just enough to draw you over, like, what are you doing? That you feel the spell slip, and as you turn back, you watch as Bob Dylan slowly shimmers and just fades into mist.
Gotcha.
And that will bring us over to the Yanti Brood Guard. The first one that was dealing with Bob Dylan, seeing it's gone, is now going to turn its attention to you.
Okay.
So it makes its 3 attacks. That's a 10,
Nope. Yup.
24, and a
Nope.
10. So you take 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
The other Brood Guard, having this person come up behind it and smack it, is going to first look at that individual
Oh no.
and try and bite. And as you watch, just reaches out, snaps its jaws onto this individual's head, and as he rips back, the body just falls limp to the ground.
Man, that's rough.
And then turns back to look at Devaney. And immediately turns to flee.
Oh.
So Devaney, you are going to get a attack of opportunity against it,
Alrighty.
as will Solana if you choose to take it.
Yes, a lot of will choose.
I'm just going to go ahead and make your... oh, so that'll... oh, yeah, both those rolls will hit, so go ahead and roll your damage on the glaive.
That's 10.
Nice.
And okay, it's 20. Okay, so as he takes off running away from you guys, he charges up sort of behind where Solana was, pushes open a door in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and keeps running into that room. And gets to about there. And that will bring us over to the slave master, who's not here.
In body, but not in spirit.
Why are you not deleting, dude? Yeah, we'll just skip him. Okay, Slime, that brings us to you.
That's
Alright.
a good idea, though, Solana.
Can't reach. Too big.
So
I'm sure
Selene
you could
is gonna
slither.
move up and target the one Yuan Ti left, who is told the dead.
Okay. And that unfortunately will miss.
Oh my.
I mean, I don't have luck with that spell either, so.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh.
Okay. That'll bring us over to the mouthpiece, who is just watched Devaney kill his meal tickets. I was gonna swing at her. It's a 13.
Yes, that will hit.
Yes, that is 3 bludgeoning damage. As once more the walking stick comes across and pops you in the side of the head. And that'll bring us along to Quentin then. As he is not moving, as he's sort of pinned in between you, the giant constrictor snake that's currently got his former leader crushed.
I guess no one can see past me. Like if Quinn went in to use magic missile against the dude that's running.
He's already around the corner and into another room. Quen won't have line of sight on him.
Okay.
So, I mean, Quen could move up and get into range, so
That's
you
what I
could
was
see
thinking.
in.
Like Quinn could go here.
Yep.
Okay. Quinn would provoke attacks of opportunity from 2 people, so Quinn won't do that actually.
Well, it's you provoke from one. You could get around it by, either going right up next to the brood
I'll
guard or
go
by
cast
circling
away
around
and
by
go
the
against
comet.
the guy with the cane, and then go there.
Oh, okay. So swinging around the long way, they're guy's going to take a swing. That is a
Yeah.
5, so I don't think that's going to hit Quen.
No. So Quen's gonna do magic missile at the sneaky dude.
Hit the
At
one
level
running away.
3. Yeah, the one running away.
Okay, go ahead and roll some up for me.
Okay. Level 3, let's see.
Okay, so let's see here. That is definitely going to hit. Okay, give me a second. I'm just checking something real quick.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that guy is still on his feet, but he is looking he's looking extremely rough to Quen's eyes.
How much do we want to kill him? A lot. Okay, I'm gonna kill him a lot. Alright, let me think. Okay, what can Solana do? What would Molphin do?
What would Wolfen do? Summon a devil.
I know.
I don't think any of y'all have that sort of power.
No.
Not yet.
Solana's gonna drop form
Okay.
and contra Bob Dylan in front of the dude right here. What else can he do?
Okay, so give me a second. We're going to...
Your snake head might have fit through the door.
No, it couldn't have. It's only 10-foot reach.
Ah, I see.
Okay,
So I
Solomon's
had
back.
to. So, I'm gonna just I'm gonna provoke an attack of opportunity from that guy.
Well, no, we can say you're right there. That's just stick in
Okay.
between them.
And I'm gonna summon Bob Dylan right here to stop that dude.
Okay. Go ahead and drag Bob Dylan on to where you want him. Go ahead and roll initiative for Bob Dylan.
Hey, let's make sure it works this time. Bob Dylan. Finish. It work this time?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so let me just reset that here. Okay. That was Solana. That brings us to Devon A.
Right, so I'm gonna turn to this boy beside me. Young man, enough of that! And I'll try to shock him as well.
Okay. Well, he is pinned between you and Solaren, so you have advantage. That'll hit. And as you watch, as you just reach out and grab onto him, and as you feel the pulse of electricity leave your hand, the body jerks, and then just goes limp.
2 kills for Devon A!
Stephanie just sighs, like, well, yeah, alright. Who's next?
Come help
Um,
run this guy down.
I would like to move.
You've got another one still in this room. You've got
Right.
another, you have the
There.
other slave who took a
Bob.
attack at
The
Snake
snake.
Solana. Snake Lana.
Well, seeing how easy they go down and seeing what kind of state they're in, she doesn't think they're going to be a huge problem. So she's going to do a glaive at the other snake.
Alrighty then. And that'll hit. Okay, so he is on his feet, but he is looking very rough as well. And that will bring us up into the room with Bob Dylan. Now,
Bob is
as
gonna
before Bob gets a chance to do anything,
Oh no.
from behind the crates in the room, a long, slender green tail reaches out and attempts to constrict Bob Dylan.
Okay.
And that is an 8.
No.
I don't think that's gonna cut it.
No.
Oops, and I'm covering Solarian's face up again. As Solana, you can now see in that room something very familiar to you.
Oh.
As a massive green constrictor snake has started to reveal itself from behind one side of the room. And you're watching as the tails and the coils are starting to serpentine and entwine in the middle of the room.
Sneak off!
And that'll bring us to Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan's, oh man, Bob Dylan's gonna still go after the little guy, I think.
Turns out Devonay's snake wasn't bigger than the other guy's snake.
So, Bob Dylan's
You said
gonna
that, I
go-
had to try not to laugh. I'm like, at least she knew what was in the next room.
16?
That'll hit.
Oh,
And
dear.
that is enough for him to vanish down the gullet of Bob Dylan.
Nice. Now Bob Dylan and the snake. No, Solana's gonna turn back into a snake and then flank the giant. Okay, Solana's making plans, people. Solana's making plans.
Make sure we can get past you. We need to.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, that'll bring us back over to the commoners. So the
The one gonna bop me on the head because I turned back into a wood elf. Oh no.
let's find out. Nope, he's good. He's gonna take
Okay.
off running.
I'm a wood elf. I'm a wood elf. I'm not a snake.
It's that one over there that's gonna kill you.
So as he goes running by, that Nascienti's gonna take a swipe at him as he tries to get out,
Okay.
and that's enough. As he manages to get just past him, just reaches out and bites into the back of his neck, and you watch as that individual just crumples.
Oh, poor fellow.
And that brings us to that Yanti, who is dealing with 3 of you right in front of him,
Yeah.
and is a little panicked, so just steps forward and starts recklessly attacking at all 3 of you. We're just gonna go Solana, Quinn, Devonay. So Solana first. That is a 24.
Yeah.
So that is 15 points of piercing damage as he bites into your other shoulder.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
That is a 17 to hit Quen.
How do I use shield?
So
Is that
shield
just
is a
a
reaction. It's a reactionary spell that
Oh,
increases
okay,
the
plus
AC
5.
by 5.
Okay, I'm gonna use shield for Quinn.
Well, what's Quen's regular AC?
14. He's got a
Okay,
plus
perfect.
4 to...
Yeah, so that'll definitely work then. And then last attack at Devonay is a 24.
Yep.
So that is 8 slashing to Devonay.
You rolled
It's
2
just-
24s. That's not fair.
And that'll bring us over to Solaren, who is
Laren,
Watching
kill
this.
this dude!
just watching this creature flail at this point and is just tearing into your traveling companions.
Yeah, Solaren is feeling pretty pensive and pretty dejected after his last couple of attempts have failed. He's gonna move forward, and I'm gonna target the last Yuan-Ti with Frostbite.
Okay.
Wait.
And that is enough to hit, so go ahead and roll some damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
All comes down to this,
Devin
folks.
gives you a big grin.
Oh, it's a constitution save?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a chance then. No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Nice.
As you watch, as this body is just covered by this blast of cold from Solaren.
Does this dude have our weapons?
Hmm.
Who has our weapons?
You haven't seen anyone with your weapons yet.
A guy ran and deposited a bag somewhere, and then he
Somewhere,
returned.
yeah, we don't
He
know
didn't
where.
have the bag, so we don't know exactly where he put them.
As you guys came into here, the only thing you saw was the doorway to the north.
Okay.
Everything else in this area is just being slowly
we
mined
came in
out
down
by
here?
slaves. That's where you came from.
Okay, okay.
So, Laren, why don't you give the sword to Quen?
Yeah. I'll do that.
Oh, okay. Oh, easy enough to hand that over to Quen. We don't have our voice of the slave master anymore. And that brings us to Quen.
Gwen is going to.
You can see there's just a massive snake in the next room. Oop, I only dragged the snake down.
Well, we don't have to do anything about the massive snake in the next room. We could technically run away from the massive snake in the next room, says Gwen.
Quen, that's the direction we have to go.
Oh. Sorry, Solana's confused. Okay. Which means Gwen's confused. Okay. Does Gwen have a health potion?
You guys don't have anything.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Gwen is going to use. But he's so low on health. Okay. Gwen is going to go up and use green flame blade. No, that's not it. Sorry, I always get them confused. Oh, he can firebolt. He's gonna firebolt.
Oh, okay. Go
So
ahead and
he's
roll.
gonna. Is that okay?
That's up. It's cantrip.
Yeah.
Quen can use it.
So, okay, I can't. Oh, mine roll 20 is just really slow. Sorry, guys. Gwen's gonna move up here so he gets a clear line of sight and try to firebolt the big snake. And
Okay.
probably not do that.
Yeah, that unfortunately doesn't hit. It just sort of sails off over and hits the wall to the side of Bob Dylan.
Okay.
Now bring us over to Solana.
I can't heal. That's not fair.
You just gotta find the bag with all your stuff.
D&D is not fair.
We all
sorry?
chose to go into slaves with nothing, so. Well,
Alright.
except, Devon A maybe, but.
Devonay has weapons, Devonay has magic, she's fine.
I can't be on me, Dabine. Fine. I'm gonna. Can I go in the room and become a giant snake too?
Sure.
I'm going to. So I can actually fit in the room. I'm gonna go over here and turn into a giant constrictor snake.
Okay. So there are now 2 giant constrictor snakes in here.
And in plesiosaurus.
So we're just gonna sort of stick these guys sort of like
I'll
this.
stick myself over here again.
Oh, no, let me. Okay, you got your moves, so I'll pop this guy back over. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So for the rest of you out there who are now sort of looking up and watching this, all you see is just mounds of writhing snake. It looks like looking into a pit of snakes. If you were looking under a magnifying glass, I mean, it's just massive coils writhing over each other.
It's great.
So
It's
that brings us to Devon A.
Well, since I don't want to get too close to that, all of
don't?
that, no. Devonay is just going to use her bonus action and use second wind. And maybe move a little bit closer to the door.
Okay.
Just on the other side of the fire.
Alrighty then. So that'll bring us over to the enemy constrictor snake,
Okay.
who now seeing that there is another snake pretty much on top of it, is there's not enough space for the two of you in this room.
Nope.
Never mind with the plesiosaur. So it's going to try to constrict you.
Okay.
And that's a 24.
Yeah.
So
I take 10.
so you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
As the rest of you, it is very difficult to tell what's going on in here, but it looks like one of the snakes is trying to crush the other one. And that'll bring us to Bob Dylan.
Oh, Dylan's gonna stay where he is, but bite the other snake. If you can.
Okay. Have Bob Dylan make an intelligence check for me.
Ah, Bob Dylan's so not smart. Bob Dylan is a genius!
Bob Dylan manages to figure out which one to bite.
Bob
Okay.
Dylan has a -4 intelligence.
And managed. The DC was a 15 because you have two identical snakes. I didn't realize he had a -4. That would have been entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay, so the commoners have all managed to run away. The brood is all dead. That brings us to Solaren. As you can hear, there's a bunch of noise coming from up to the north. You
Yeah.
don't really have line of sight. You can sort of almost see in there, and you see what looks to be a giant snake body.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Yeah, so Solaren is just gonna move beside Devanay, beside the fire, to try and get some line of sight in there, but I just see a massive writhing snake, so I'll just stop there because I don't even know who's who
Okay.
in there, so.
Yeah, it's a little disconcerting to you out here. It looks little like we're talking Lovecraft, Call
Yeah.
it Cthulhu. It's just tentacles writhing all over each other. One's getting bitten, one's getting crushed.
Yeah, so Solaren's just going to keep his distance for the time being.
Okay.
I made a mess.
This is literally Pacific Rim Kaiju versus Kaiju.
Yeah, I should have probably been like, not a giant, I should have just a war horse or something, like, easier to identify. But, whatever. It's not a pissing contest or anything. I won't tell you that. Quinn's gonna hold an action in case something comes out the door that looks like an evil snake.
Okay, and that brings us back over to Solana.
Can I, even though I'm grappled, can I still make an attack?
Yes, grappled. Let me just double check because I always confuse grappled and restricted.
Yeah, me too.
I think grappled is just you can't move.
Okay.
Yeah, so grappled creature becomes 0 speed, and that's it. So you can't move, but you can still attack.
That's fine. And
Okay, so that'll hit.
piercing. It's just gonna be sneak off.
It's not fair because you got a die.
I know I got died.
Roll a Constitution save.
Oh yeah, for last time. Crap. No, that's
It's not
Quinn's.
hard. It's only a 10.
Yeah, but I failed last time because I'm special. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I had Quinn's up. Institution. Yes.
Okay, yep, you're fine.
Okay.
That brings us over to our snake again.
Okay.
Currently has you grappled, so it's gonna try to take a bite out of you.
Okay.
Come on. It's an 18.
Yes.
That's another 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
And I need another Constitution save.
Okay.
You're fine. Or rather, Bob's fine.
Bob's spot.
You're slowly getting eaten.
I know. Bob is gonna go after it.
Okay, so that'll hit him again. This thing is still moving and going.
I know.
Is anyone outside the room planning on doing anything, or should I just circle it back to Solana?
I'm planning on sending a spell in there if I can.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll cycle through. That brings us to Solaren.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Quinn's gonna stay there.
Okay, that brings us back to Solana.
Okay, I'm gonna bite.
Okay, that'll hit. Okay. It is still writhing around.
Okay.
That'll bring us to Devon A.
I would like to try to hit the correct snake with a firebolt.
Okay. So, we'll say, well, go ahead and roll your attack. And we'll see how it plays out, assuming it's enough to hit someone. Yeah, so it'll hit. So go ahead and... Actually, hold on. Let me write this down first.
Oh no.
Well, anytime I'm having people roll, I like to write down, so... Okay. So, go ahead and roll a D20 for me, Devon A. And see where the dice want you to land your firebolt. Okay, so just so we have it on camera. Oh, it's backwards, sorry, I forgot that. Odds was Solana, evens was Aziz, the
Okay.
So go ahead and roll
Oh,
your
no.
damage, Devon A. Solana, you take 8 fire damage as you feel a firebolt slam into the back of you.
Did I hit the right one? I don't know.
Bob Dylan just shakes his head.
We'll bring us back over to Z, who is going to take another bite at Solana. And that is
Nope.
8. That is not going to cut it.
Yeah.
That'll bring us to Bob Dylan.
Yeah, Bob Dylan. Keep
Tells me
on.
this is going to be the end of him. Oh, yeah, that'll hit. How does Bob want to do this?
Bob's like waddling around because he's a waddle animal, and he just like goes and he takes the one and he takes it off me because he knows who the real Solana is, the real Sting is, and he helps me get out of the grapple.
Okay. And with that, you guys are out of initiative. I'd get this cleared out.
Only 2 things I can do without my kit, guys. My I really need a new focus or something soon.
Yeah, it's a little
That's
rough to
hard.
be spellcaster without that stuff. On the trip. There it is. That's what I was looking for.
I'll
Man,
definitely-
Blight's
definitely
only
s-
vocal and somatic? I should prepare Blight. That's crazy.
Definitely noted some boxes in here, so she's gonna look around, see if our stuff's in here.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage. As right now you have one massive giant constrictor snake corpse and one giant constrictor snake and one plesiosaur.
Oh, I'll drop form. The plesiosaur
Yeah.
is still there, but
You're not seeing much at the moment as you're looking around, and slowly you watch as Solana starts to shrink back down to the normal elven size.
I think our stuff might be in here, guys. I'm not having much luck. Do you guys see anything?
I'll check.
Okay, so as you guys are starting to actually search the room, go ahead and whoever's interested, go ahead and make your investigation check right now.
for investigation. Oh, I
Yeah, because now
know.
you're going through, you're opening boxes, you're looking for it. As Devonair was walking in and just giving a quick scan of the room, just going, hey, what's in here?
When has gone?
So, Devonair, once Solana has shrunk back down to size, it takes you all of about 30 seconds to see the large bag with all of your gear in it.
Oh, thank goodness gracious.
It's harder to see the glaive wasn't with it anymore.
Oh, okay. Can we take a short rest in here? Do you think that's a good idea? We bob up.
An hour? I don't know. Nobody got out, so I don't know if anybody was notified.
I will heal Quinn then.
It is a good idea, but I don't know. Solaren, what do you
Oops, I
think?
didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay to take just a short rest.
All
Okay.
right.
Quinn will roll some hit dice.
I could use.
Hit dice.
Yeah, I could use it. I'm a little banged up.
Ooh, nice. 26.
Okay.
Ooh, nice Quinn. 20.
So you guys are planning on trying to take a short rest right in the storeroom there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Keeping an eye out for both directions.
Well, Bob's got one blade blocked, so let me roll some hit dice for myself.
Don't forget, you guys know as well that there were 2 guards down in the down around that southern little hallway that you guys had came through as well.
Well, if they come by, we'll do something about it.
Okay. I'm good to go. And Bob is gone because it's been an hour.
So as you're taking a little time and looking around in here, you can see that on top of the bag that had your possessions in it, there are stacks of wooden crates. Some of them have been crushed due to the monster fight that took place in here a little while ago. Bundles of cloth, clay amphors littering across the floor.
I'm sorry, what's on the floor?
Just cloth, clay jars, things of that
Oh.
nature.
Anything
Looks like-
expensive looking?
No. As you're looking through it all, you can see that there are about 50 bolts of cloth. 3 barrels of salt and different spices. As you're looking through, a couple of the chests contain rope, oil, lanterns. Looks like things you would find in a typical explorer's kit.
Bummer.
You also see a smaller chest containing 10 blocks of incense.
Ooh, who needs incense? A wizard. Are we not naked
That's-
anymore? Did we
yeah.
find our gear? Our armor?
Yeah, the bag that had your stuff in it is all of your stuff.
Okay, all of our stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. I'm good. Alright. Let's go. Where are we going? How'd we get here? I wasn't here for how we got here. So let's go. To the place with the thing.
Solana, we're trying to sneak to where Rosnasai has his cube, probably in the thick of things.
You're lucky I'm here because I can pass without a trace.
So we're not needing necessarily to do that right now.
Okay, never mind.
That is
I
the
don't
plan.
pass without a trace, but
Once
that'll
we're
come
out more in
eventually.
the open
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually.
and
that'll-
trying to sneak past things.
So you, for those who may not remember, given how quick we ran out last week, Fantasia gave you guys 2 basic schools of thought on how to proceed. As you were marched in from the southern area to the area to the south of you, you saw a large river that seemed to flow off to the east. One approach she had mentioned was you can try to take the river path, work your way up that way. There is an entrance up there that will lead closer to the chambers of Ras Nasai. But should a racket be made, the remaining denizens of the Fane would be wise to your infiltration and could come up from behind to make the fight more difficult. She also stated you could go in the direction you're going through the slave ends and into the main area. It would mean fighting your way to Ras Nasai, but he would have less reinforcements to potentially call on.
I could do water walk and then we can sneak, or we can do the other thing where we fight our way through.
Well, we told her that we would prefer the sneakier path.
Okay. So you want me to cast water walk once we get there?
If we need to, yes.
Yeah,
it's
there
wise not
was-
to waste
was-
spells.
And there was
No,
enough
it's a ritual.
land, like there was shore of the river that we could walk there too,
Okay.
along the shore of
It
the
is-
river.
Water
Also
walk I can
difficult
cast as a
to
ritual
sneak.
spell for everyone.
It is also difficult to sneak and walk on water at the same time.
But it might make us less splashy.
Maybe so. Anyway, let's if we're ready to go, let's keep exploring and see what we get.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going first?
I can.
Okay. I'll go second. Quinn will go third. Yep. You'll go last.
That's
Good plan.
Okay, so which way you heading? You heading deeper into it, or you heading back down to the river?
Well, if we know that the back down is the riverway, then that would be the way we're going.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
because you
Yeah.
walked in and the river was immediately to your right.
Okay, I didn't realize that we'd be dropped off
Yeah.
at the same spot. That's my mistake.
Oh, apologies. Probably DM mistake. So yeah, if you guys follow that path back down to the south that you were brought up through, you'll see that that river opens up.
Alright, getting about here, Devaney will turn around and... Guys, there were still those 2 guards that we left down here. I don't know if they're still going to be there.
Do you want to shoot one with the arrow?
We need to take them out, if they are. I don't know if they were Phantases or not. So Devaney's going to start sneaking, but non-magically.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so go ahead and make a stealth roll. Okay. Seems to be doing okay at the moment.
There we go. Awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh. Lana should have used pass without trace.
Oh wait, you're moving forward too, or just Devaney?
Oh, I thought Devaney wanted to assault to move forward. We should talk this out. Devaney, do you want assault to move forward?
Yeah, we need to fight these guys if they're still there.
Well,
So-
okay.
It
I thought
whispers.
I thought we might wait to see what Devaney saw, and then I didn't know if she was scouting or if we were following.
So Devaney, as you've moved forward, you can hear Solana's voice sort of echo down the hall a little bit towards you.
Shush! You're making too much noise.
Lauren, go ahead and make a stealth check for me if you're starting to fall behind.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice, Lane. And Quinn's gonna stealth too. Quinn rolled higher than me.
Yeah.
So as you guys are starting to make your way around, Devaney, you notice it's quiet. You don't see anybody.
That is a good thing. I didn't really want to have to fight anybody just yet.
And again, as you sort of peer around and you can see there's that little area of shore at the beginning of the river. You can see there are a couple of small boats tied up there.
Huh. Were they
Hey.
there before?
Anybody remember canoeing? Seems like ages ago.
I
Oh
don't.
yeah, canoeing with
I don't.
Steph. Yeah, Stephanie.
I don't remember.
Stefan.
You
Yeah,
weren't there. You weren't there for the canoeing.
that's
We
how we
canoed a
got here.
lot.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant in this. Okay.
No, we canoed all around the friggin' continent.
As you guys start to get a little closer, you notice that the large river that opens up in front of you, you can see stalactites hanging down low from the ceiling, dripping water echoing out into the dark distance from you. The water seems to be fairly still and fairly calm in this area.
Should we water
If we
walk
do-
or should we take the canoes?
Whatever we do, water makes voices carry, so we need to be very quiet and or silent.
Slam
Should
just
we
shakes his
canoe or
head.
walk? Does water walk make you splash on top or is it like a solid surface? Let me see. Why did I ask you that?
Yeah, depending on what the answer is.
Harmless solid ground. Okay.
It'd be like walking across stone.
Do you want to walk across stone or do you want to take a canoe?
Well, it would be quieter to use water walk, but
Okay. I can cast it as a ritual. What do you think, Devine?
I think either would be okay.
Okay.
It seems like we would have a lot to hide behind if, push came to shove, so
yeah.
Okay.
water walk's
will-
probably easier to maneuver and we won't all have to stick together as much.
True.
I will cast water walk as a ritual.
Okay, then as you guys sort of all huddle together to allow Solana time to complete her ritual, this is about as good point as we're going to get to take our break for this evening. So thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight, and we will be back probably about 3, maybe 5 minutes as we run facilities, drinks, whatever we might need. And I forgot to say at the beginning, don't forget where we are still sends a Quen who said I'm going to be running a little late, so I'm not sure if something came up or not. But Quen does have the nat 20 this week.
Oh.
So just y'all keep that in mind just in case.
Okay.
And with that, we will be back in just a few. So stick around and let's see how our party makes it walking across water. Be back soon. back, everyone, as our party has continued their somewhat stealthy approach to Raz Nisai's lair, the Fane of the Night Serpent. Our party has just managed to recollect all of their earthly or other planely belongings, have made their way back to the entrance they've come to, and our druid Solana has recently completed casting her water walk ritual. Our party is now prepared to make their way along this long, winding, dark, cavernous river to attempt to find their way into Raz Nisai's chamber.
Looks great. Should I cast Pastoral Trace on us now, Devin, or should we wait still?
I think we should wait if we... I think we're pretty sneaky right now,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. You lead.
So would I be going down the tunnel, or is that the way we came?
You'd be heading over this direction, literally onto the water.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Hey.
That tunnel to your left is literally the entrance you came in.
Okay.
Should we poke our head through that door just to make sure there's nothing in the door?
Solana,
Okay.
we need to go. Your spell is running out.
Okay, so the journey is yours. Just sort of making your way through. And you can leave Quinn back. We can drag Quinn up once you guys move. Don't
Okay.
worry about moving the token each time.
Okay. Just gonna be behind Ebony.
Flitting between pillars and... what are they, stag?
So
I never remember which one's which.
Stalagmite
Tight.
comes up. Stalactite comes down.
Yeah,
It's like
tights,
tights on
tights
the
are on
top.
top. Yeah, that's how I remember.
I see.
So you've got a couple of spots where there are massive columns breaking through the surface, reaching up towards the roof, but the majority of them are hanging down. As you start moving forward, you can see there's a path that opens up to your right.
Should we take that path? Are we going up? Okay. Going up.
I think we should keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
I am like so nervous that we're gonna like have to fight a water elemental or something. Don't give you ideas, I know, but still.
I'm just sticking Quinn up there so I don't have to keep moving Quinn. So, Devaney, as you continue moving forward, you can see that the river starts to widen as you get to this point. On the west-hand side, where Solana is now standing, is a small pebble-strewn bank, raising to a door on the cavern wall. Near the middle of the lake, you can see bones clinging like a tide mark to a rocky pillar.
That's not good.
As you're getting closer to that door, you can hear multiple voices on the other side of the door.
Did Devin go away? Okay.
Sorry, my
think-
computer's dying and I lost the power cord.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I thought she was just miming for us
Oh.
to really getting into
Now
that
you're,
roleplay.
now you're upside down. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace now.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we going in?
No.
I don't
No.
think we should go
No.
in.
Yeah, I don't think we should go in.
Let's just go by.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys are starting to move by, all of a sudden, and let me just double check here to see.
I really don't like that phrase. All of
I
a
know,
sudden.
I know.
All of a
All of a
sudden.
sudden.
All of a sudden.
Let's see. Okay. So, all of a sudden, Solana is walking by. Okay. Let me just see what happens here. Would a 15 hit you, Solana?
No.
So you manage to jump backwards as a green scaly head jerks out of the water, snaps up at you, and drops back under the surface. And with that, I need to ask you all to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh no. Okay.
You know what we're fighting against. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. Cool, guys.
Now, you just saw a quick glint of green scaly head from under the water.
Okay.
Wow, Devaney's doing good with her initiative all of a sudden.
Here's my computer being so.
I'm on roll 20.
Can I say Quen was up by us, closer?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
Quen
let's
would,
go.
you guys were sneaking through, so Quen's not going to be that far back.
Okay.
Okay, so now. Gotta turn my whisper roll off. But y'all can actually see once you know what it is. So it looks like we've got everyone on our initiative. Snake Fight 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Gotta love Digitio when it comes to naming stuff like that. And with that, brings us to the top of the order, and Devaney, who just being a little ahead of Solana, you heard a slight intake of breath as Solana jumped back, and you can see ripples from the water. But nothing else though.
Devaney is going to ready a firebolt if something jumps back out. And then she's going to continue little by little moving down the river because she doesn't like the looks of that door.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna do some reorganizing here to make sure our viewers can see stuff. Pop you out, stick you over here. Okay. Wait a second, folks. We're just. Changing. Oh, wrong way. Sorry, viewers, I zoomed you out instead of zooming you in. Okay, so Devaney, go ahead and roll your attack, because as you start to continue moving down the hallway, all of a sudden, you catch a glimpse of a little bit of a green head as one reaches out and snaps at you. Oop, really?
Come on, roll 20.
You're telling me.
Oh, there we go. Nah.
Okay, so it is a
Oh,
19 to hit you.
will still hit me.
Oh,
Even now I have my armor back on.
so that is... Okay, so you take 13 points of piercing damage as these teeth rake into your leg and then just disappear back under the water again. And as you fired off your firebolt at it, it just slams into the water and you hear a little bit of steam going up. So you've got the rest of your movement if you want to take it.
Yeah, I'll take another movement, like 5 more.
Okay. And that'll bring us over to Solana then.
Okay, Solana is sick of snakes and snake stuff and stuff like that. So she's gonna run towards Devaney. And I guess provoke an attack of opportunity probably, but hold an action in case she sees a snake-like thing.
Okay. So as you get there, you notice it doesn't seem to reach out and grab at you.
Okay.
You don't know if maybe it's because it just, as you saw it, it was reaching out after Devaney, or you're not sure.
Okay. I'm still gonna hold an action if it, I'm unattacked with my, quarterstaff that I never use, just in case it pokes its head otherwise.
Okay. Now we'll bring us over to Solaren then, who has just watched this green scaly head pop out of the water and snap at your compatriots twice now.
Yeah, so seeing that, Solaren, he's just going to use all his movement points to move toward Devaney and Solana. I'm going to actually stop right here on the little shore here, so protect myself as best as possible.
Okay.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, that'll bring us to Quen.
Gwen's gonna run too and prepare green flame. What is that? Like a flame on?
Green flame blade.
I never remember this. Okay, he's going to action. So he's gonna cast it?
Yep, so it's basically he can Quen can hold
No,
that action
booming
as part of
blade.
attack.
Wait, which
Okay.
one is it that doesn't go within 5 feet? No.
Booming blade is the one that doesn't.
Sorry, I keep forgetting the two of them.
No
He's
worries.
gonna cast Booming Blade and have that at the ready. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, so basically Quen is holding the booming blade cantrip.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay.
So we are going to we come to its turn. Okay, before that we're going to okay. So at this point we have a couple of things happening. As the group of you are watching now, who has held actions?
Me and
You and
Quen.
Quen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make both of your attacks as you watch as this green scaled head appears.
Okay.
Okay, so Solana, that will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. And go ahead and roll Quen's as well.
Let's see.
Let's start with you guys first. Oh, that'll definitely hit too, so go ahead and roll that. Okay. Let me just see. Okay. Okay. So as you two manage to fire that off, and as this head comes up and is snapping at Solaren as a 21 to hit.
Oh.
That hits.
Okay, so that is 9 points of piercing damage. As that head is snapping at Solaren, you watch as another one reaches up and snaps at Devaney. That's a 25 to hit. So that is 14 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
As a third comes up
Oh no.
and snaps at Solana.
Yeah,
Another
that'll
25 to hit.
Jeez.
That is 15 points of piercing damage. A fourth comes up and attacks Quen. That is an 11.
that will not hit.
And a fifth comes up
Oh.
and attacks Quen again, because that's what I rolled
Yeah,
a
that'll
d4
hit.
for. And that is
Okay.
8 points of piercing damage. As slowly emerging from under the water, you see a massive 5-headed creature.
What is that?
No.
Yeah, we're like, this is terrible. You just took 8 points of damage, and I.
Definitely
And I
connects
think
the
I just heard Quen
pedestal, the
arrive
door,
as this has
the bones. Yeah, this isn't
Quen has
good.
just arrived as we have found, as the party has found themselves battling a 5-headed creature from under the water.
What is? Oh,
No.
a Hydra.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like a Hydra.
Gotcha.
No. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing.
Okay.
Whose idea was this? This is awful.
No, wild.
Came in at just the right time.
Yeah, perfect time.
This is awful. I'm going back.
That's why. And this will bring us to Devaney.
Divine looks over at Solana. I think now is a good time to be noisy.
How noisy?
Divine would like to fireball.
Okay.
But started off sort of in a corner, so like it sort of goes out 10 feet, so it doesn't hit anybody.
Oh, okay, so you're basically trying to go sort of, I guess I'm gonna say like over across from where Solaren is, towards the door. And what's the range on it? It's 20 feet, right?
Yeah, 20-foot radius.
I mean, if you move over by where Quen is, you could fireball right at the door. That would avoid Solaren.
Yeah, let's.
I want to hit the door.
I don't know,
Uh,
Twitch chat, what do you think?
Hit the door, hit the land.
Which is likely to survive?
yeah, right.
I don't want to notify everybody that's inside, but you know,
Yeah.
seeing this creature, they might not want to come outside either.
True.
If I put it right at the doorstep of the door, I can see that point from where I am.
I'm sorry, you're gonna what?
Right on the doorstep of the door.
Yeah, you can do it right next to the door if you want to, right on the ground in front of it.
Yeah, right on the ground in front of it. Not in the alcove, but right outside there.
Like right here. Oh, why is that not clicking? Undo your little thingy thing. Really roll 20. I think roll 20 took a break on me. Oh no, there it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just running a little slow this evening.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you can definitely do it, and that'll be enough to avoid him. So go ahead and make your roll.
Why not? I'm gonna do this at 4th level.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, okay.
because, well, 4 more points.
Let's see, dexterity save. Okay, so it's going to make it save, so it does take half damage. That is still 41 points of
37
damage.
is a lot for a fireball.
Yeah, that's 41 points of damage. 40 cut in half, but and still you can see here. Let me just double check here. Okay. Okay, and as you watch, as that fireball goes off, one of the heads just withers from the fireball, and the neck goes limp, laying next to the ground.
Do all the heads look the same?
Yep.
Just okay. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
And that's the
I'm gonna moonbeam
Okay.
at level 3.
You get
Wow, that was terrible.
Wow.
Oh, that was just the awfulest roll ever for that.
That is a counter, so it still takes damage and does save though.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna run a little. Right here. Just a little.
Which way are you going? So as you're running away, one of the 4 still remaining heads
Oh,
reach out
it
and
gets
snaps out at you,
Oh no, okay.
as it does have a 10-foot reach.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that'll hit.
So that is 13 piercing damage as it manages to snap into you.
Gotcha. And then take it off.
And let me just see, give me a second, because how slow roll 20 is being, I'm going to grab the book just to check this real quick. So give me 1 second, folks, sorry.
There we go.
Just need to...
Man, I should like put Blade up or something instead of like being aped all the time.
16. Okay. And that is going to bring us over to Solaren. Solaren, as the smoke and, sort of rubble starts to clear, you can see that there is no longer a door on that doorway.
Okay.
I was afraid of that.
And within that room, come on, roll 20. There is a lot of action going on right now.
Okay.
As you can see, a group of Yanti rapidly scrambling looking for weapons. And you can see one running full tilt the other direction.
Right? Is that good?
I mean,
But
who
right now,
knows?
Solaren's the
Yeah.
only one who can see
It
it.
might, yeah. It
I can
occurs.
see a crack of light, but
Yeah.
not much else.
Yeah, Solaren he just sees a flash of this and he's trying to determine if that's even a good or bad thing that they're fleeing, because they may have been potential allies for a short time anyway, but... So how close is Solaren to the Hydra creature here?
You're probably within
Exactly.
about, I'll say like 8 to 10 feet.
Okay.
Given you just saw it reach out and snap at Solana and she was running away, you're pretty confident that you're in its threat range.
Okay. Got it.
As the heads are spinning and looking around at the group of you.
Alright. So Solaren is actually going to move closer. And I'm going to try Vampiric Touch again.
Okay. And once more, as you reach out to grab it, it's just slimy. You just can't get a good grip on it to get the spell to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Quen.
Fine.
I think Quen's pulling out.
I had myself muted. I pulled a Matthew. Don't worry. Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly run up to it and use a green flame blade.
Okay,
On
so
it.
that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Ha 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 ha. And, do I still have the nat 20 from last week? Because we kind of ran out at the
Yes.
end.
Yeah.
And then, okay. And then I'm gonna use
Oops.
bookmark.
Actually, give me a second. I just realized I forgot once you came to bring Slayer back in. Oh, hold on. I get you guys backwards. Give me a second. Sorry, Twitch. Don't mind the jumping of all my images and stuff. Okay, there we go. Quinn. Now we're Slayer. There we are. Hey, there we go. Look over, like, wait, where'd Slayer go? Okay, we did downstream. Okay, we're good to go. So what were you saying now? Oh, you bookmark? Okay, yeah, that'll hit as well. So go ahead and roll some damage.
Not much damage it does.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna Misty Step away from it.
Okay.
Misty Step this far away from it. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. So
Oh, and I'm gonna activate my Spell Singer aura. Yeah. Using a
okay.
bonus.
So that will bring us over to the Hydra's turn, and seeing it only has 2 targets in range now,
Uh-oh.
that's going to make 2 attacks against Devaney and 2 attacks against Solaren.
Devaney will put up shield.
And Solaren will cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, so the 2 against Devaney are an 18 and 11, so I think both of those are going to miss.
Correct.
And then against Solaren, we have a 22
Oh.
and a 10. Okay.
Ouch.
That's a dexterity save. That's a 16.
Ooh.
Takes half damage. That is 6. Then, so Solaren, you take 7 points of piercing damage as it bites into you.
Okay.
And then, as you watch, it all of a sudden dives back underwater.
Great.
Dude.
So, as it's diving under Solaren, you being right next to it, you would be able to take a attack of opportunity if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make your melee attack.
Quarterstaff.
Okay, so that'll hit. So go ahead and roll some damage.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, it moved. It started its turn to moonbeam.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and
Frantic moonbeam. Okay, so I said level 3. No, that's collating. That's completely different. Sorry. There we go.
roll 20. Okay, so it needs to make another Constitution save. So that fails, so it's going to take
Yeah.
16 more damage.
17.
Yeah, I can math. Okay. So that brings us to Devaney's turn.
Devin, are you muted?
No, I'm thinking out loud.
You're thinking out loud silently.
Yes. Because I do push the talk, so. Um. wonder how strong a Hydra is.
Ooh.
Probably pretty strong. I'm going to cast, since we're all standing on top of the water, Oteluk's Freezing Spear.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
freeze the water that we're standing on
Oh.
Oh, nice.
solid for 6 inches deep.
Okay, and what's the radius on that?
I believe the print on this thing is really small. 30 feet square.
Okay, so where are you casting it?
Let's see here.
Oh,
Right in front of me, you see my arrow?
Okay, yep. So let's see. So that's 6 blocks in each direction.
So it sort of blocks off this whole central area where it was.
Yep.
So we have a chance to run away a little bit.
Okay. There's your action. You've got movement left.
Yeah, I'm
Gonna
running
run
away.
away a little bit.
Okay, so you said you're running away a little ways?
Yeah. Roll 20s probably be being slow.
Yes, it is. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, though. Once you have the ability to.
Nope.
It has some lovely frozen water you just ran across.
Yep. And I know not that big, it probably swim under, but hopefully Solarian won't have too much trouble crossing ice.
Ooh. The way Solarian's been rolling.
It's ground. And that brings us to Solana then.
Alright, so I just put a little thing where my moonbeam was,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold my action to move it. And run.
Oh, that's
Can I
right.
do
It's an
that?
action to move Moonbeam. We
Yeah.
learned that on Fridays.
Yep. So I'm gonna hold my action to move it,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna run with Debonair.
Okay. Where are you running to?
There. You see? Ah!
Alrighty then.
Ah!
Go ahead and make a perception check.
No.
You
Okay.
can just use your passive if you want. I know you got a passive of 18.
17.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, 17 passive perception.
So, as you're charging up past Devonay and looking, you see off to your left what
Oh,
appears
what?
to be a rather ornate chamber.
You look, there's a rather ornate chamber above us, Debonair.
Oh! Whoa.
With a group of 4 more of those. Let me tell you exactly what you see here. Okay. 4 pillars support a large vaulted ceiling. Steps ascend to an iron throne, carved in the likeness of a hydra.
Ah. That'd be nice to know.
Seated on the throne is a interesting looking individual,
Oh no, is it Rasmus?
heavily wrapped in bandages.
Mm, mm.
I'm feeling it's Rasmus.
The upper body of a looks to be a human. The lower body of a snake. For our viewers at home, let me grab this.
Too bad this is a family-friendly stream, otherwise I would have some choice words to say.
Okay, where is all? changes. Show.
Ah!
This is what the guy looks like.
Sugar and shoot.
Flaming
Nice thing.
sword. Wow.
That's
Well,
nice.
it's-
That is a nice sword.
He's sitting on a throne, so he doesn't have a sword in his hand, but this is what you see as you're running up there, Solana. Devanay didn't
God!
seem to
A
notice
mummy
it.
snake. Oh
Well,
God, is it a mummy?
Solana sort of pointed at it.
Yeah, as Solana sort of calls out to the group.
It's a mummy snake.
No, not another mummy.
And
That's probably insensitive, but
yeah, you're gonna shift on me because why wouldn't you? I don't know why he is hidden there. So bear with me a moment.
so we're
As you
fighting
guys
Hydra and Rasmus.
Solana, I don't know if hydras can go on land. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never met one before. Now.
Come on, roll 20. I have to. A couple of initiatives.
I mean, the heroes in the storybooks always seem to do it okay. Why can't we?
Because we're not heroes. And this isn't a storybook.
True
I'm a
enough.
coward. And this isn't a book still.
Sorry, folks, roll 20 is not loving me at the moment.
Though their heads always grow back in the stories too, so.
Not if you burst it into flame, maybe?
Oh, maybe that fireball was a good idea.
I think it
I was
was.
worried about that door.
Yeah, as Slaren saw his door, but you saw that guy running away. Okay, so is this what brings us back down over
I mean,
to
that's what we're doing. We're trying
Yeah,
to do.
we're trying to-
Okay, so Solana, you've holding your action, you've moved. Any bonus action?
No.
Okay, so that'll bring us along to Solaren.
Alright. So Slaren takes a quick look across the water into the door. Then he takes his quarterstaff and kind of uses it as like a walking stick just to try and navigate across the icy water here.
Actually, I think you can walk on it like it's regular ground still. It's water walk? I'm not sure. how that
I
works.
didn't know how
No,
that.
Now
it's
it's ice?
It's frozen, but it's not like it's a skating rink. It's just
Right.
Okay.
It's like kind of rigid and.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, it's
Yeah.
easy enough. It's just standard terrain for you.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just run towards the group.
Okay.
Hold an action.
Yeah, and I will hold an action too.
No cheating. What action you holding?
Let's go with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That'll bring us over to Quen.
Yikes. Okay,
So you can hear Solana panicking, looking over towards the left a little bit. Devanay's now looking that direction.
yeah, I think I'm gonna ready a magic missile when it surfaces.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it.
Okay. That will bring us over to
Does that say Skeletor?
T up here. Here.
That's what. Sick Ilor.
Skeletor is here.
There's no T.
You mean second lock?
Oh.
Oh, that's a K. It looks like an R from here.
So, let's see here. As you're looking at these individuals are sort of looking, and you can, again, hearing that same sort of mix of draconian and common tongue that doesn't seem to really make any sense the way they're speaking. You can hear that there's a very rapid conversation going in that room. Beyond that, nothing seems to be happening as of yet from that room. Okay. That will bring us over to our underwater visitor, who is... Come on, roll 20.
I'm so nervous I picked off all my nail polish.
Okay, I am just sort of giving up on moving these tokens around for the moment for him because we're on different layers and it is just really dragging on roll 20. Okay, so the Hydra has done its little bit here, and all of a sudden, who had held actions? It was
Me.
Eldritch Blast,
Mhm.
Magic Missile, and we're gonna move your Moonbeam.
Moonbeam.
How far can you move Moonbeam?
I think 120 feet.
Oh, not bad.
Let me see.
Okay.
Let me just make sure. I think I can cast it at 60, and I can move it at 120. Yeah, range 120, yeah.
Okay. So, the Hydra, you notice, starts to surface immediately beside you, Salon.
Oh, great.
So, as, what's the range on Eldritch Blast? That's
Let me
100, I think, or
Yeah.
120?
120, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you're easily within range. So go ahead and Quen, you're easily in range for a Magic Missile where you are. So go ahead and everybody make your attacks. Okay, that'll hit. Okay. Fails that con save. Okay, so that is 23. Okay, Magic Missiles. Wow. This thing is definitely looking rough.
Now I can't move my movement, of course. I'm just gonna delete it and redraw it.
And then what am I missing? Eldritch Blast, there it is 9.
And I still get that second beam, right?
Oh yeah, because it's a held action, so go ahead and fire off the second
okay.
one. That one will miss.
All right.
Slams into the wall right above Solana's head.
Thanks.
Well, even one
And-
hit feels pretty successful for Flynn
Oh.
today. So
Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
you've been rolling pretty.
As the first head has come out and bites at Solana with a 13,
Mm-hmm.
and you all manage to just pound that, you watch as the head just shrivels and falls.
Yay!
It then takes...
Oh wait, does it start its turn in my? Oh, that's starting its turn.
It literally came up
Okay.
starting its turn, and you put it
Okay,
back on it.
gotcha. Okay.
And then it takes its other 3 attacks. It's going to, because in range, it's only got you and Devaney. It takes a
Okay.
second attack at you, and then 2 at Devaney. So that's
Ooh, 14.
nat 20 is 14 piercing damage.
God.
And then 2 at Devaney is a 9. A nat 1.
Nope.
And a 25.
That will hit. Yeah.
And that is another 12 piercing damage.
I have to heal.
As it has... Come on, are you gonna let me bring you to the surface? It's trying to come up here.
Oh,
Hey, there it goes.
Yikes.
oh.
And then that will bring us over to the leader,
oh no.
who is quickly shouts out again something in that garbled tongue that you guys keep hearing them speaking to each other. And then, as he looks back and forth between the group, the few of you that can sort of see into that room, you watch as, in a shimmer of silver smoke, he vanishes.
Oh, he vanished. We win.
And that brings us over to Devonay's turn.
Not quite how it works, Solana.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that though.
Oh, let's see here. Don't want to hit Solana.
Am I on him or am I like next to him?
You're right beside him.
Can I be in that little alcove?
Like one step that way.
Like there?
I didn't see anything pinged.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
I
fine
moved
there.
myself. Okay.
You're still within his range, so it's not
Yes.
going to change much.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would like to do another fireball on the other side of him. I don't think I can barely get the Hydra plus one of the guys inside, so it's a little far.
I might have to turn into a giant. I'm losing focus.
So you're trying to hit one of the guys inside and the Hydra?
Yeah, I can get an edge of a Hydra and one of the guys. Yeah, about there.
Okay.
I think you need two guys.
The other guy's a
Yeah,
little
you're getting like
far.
2.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Can you
if
use
yeah, if it-
Skeletor?
You center it here, that's a 20-foot radius. That,
It's a
or-
20 foot? I thought it was a 10-foot radius. I am confused. I
so
have forgotten.
a radius
how to
is
wizard.
half. A radius is half of a
20-foot radius. There we go. Let's try
Yeah,
this.
so it's a 20-foot radius, so it's a 40-foot circle. So if you
Yeah.
center
Right.
it there,
Yeah,
you're
20
hitting
feet
yourself,
It's gonna
Solana,
hit
and
me, yeah.
probably Quen.
from
So
either
I'm
side.
gonna push it more in.
Yeah, so you'll miss Quen, but you did Solana.
Here. Here at this
Glenn
one.
has it.
This
That
one right
would
here.
work as well.
That one?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
doesn't
that one
hit
hit me.
one at all.
And that hits that guy. Good job.
It hits all of them in there.
Yeah. Well, almost all of them.
That's where I like to aim for.
Okay.
I've forgotten how to fireball.
So go ahead and make your roll.
Hashtag know your class.
Know your spells.
Yay.
That's just at third level.
Hey.
So we need to make some dexterity saves. Let's see if Roll20 will let me have the sheets pulled up here.
That's some good damage.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been rolling well with the fireballs this evening.
Yeah.
I do not approve.
Yeah.
I do.
Ooh.
Big roll for Mr. Hydra.
Yeah.
That is. Hydra's looking rough. Did you notice as another blast hits it, another head is seemed to wither down? Then we have the other guys who are dex saves. Fail. 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 And you have a different. Okay. bunch of. Come on. Sorry, folks. Roll 20 is not loving me tonight. It's not this point in the night. Okay, so you take. Rest of these guys. So the one of out of the 4 in there, 3 of them look like those sort of humanoid, half snake, like the more animalistic but humanoid Yanti you've seen. The other one looks similar to the purebloods you ran into before, but this one, the body is a little different. As you guys are seeing this, this male Yanti, the scales look harder. That you can see like almost like scratches or dings like you'd expect to see in a suit of armor on the parts where the scales cover his body. He looks to be a little rougher than what you've seen from most of the other purebloods that tend to be very human looking.
Like
But-
roughed up, or like in rougher shape, or like
No,
tougher?
he's seen more,
battle.
but he
okay.
can handle more. It's
Okay.
This guy looks like he's a little bit beefier than what you've seen from the other purebloods.
Of course he.
But the other 3 in there that you can actively see that were right in the area, they're looking in some rough shape after that massive fireball from Devonay.
Okay.
Fireball from behind the Hydra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will bring us over to these 2 individuals who are going to try to take. Gonna move down so they can get. Oh my word! Roll 20. Okay, I'm gonna give up on moving tokens. Okay, so the two guys in the back that were flanking Raz and Sai are going to move down into the middle of the room, similar area to where you just had your fireball go off. And
Okay.
they're taking a couple of shots at you with their bows. You are going to have half cover as they are trying to shoot through the, like basically sort of around the Hydra as it's flailing as your party are slowly cooking it alive. So they are. So you are going to get an additional +2 to your AC against each of these. So you got a 14 for the first one. I don't think is going to cut it. And a 20 for the second.
Is it
And
Devin
then-
or me?
No, these are both going to Devonay.
Okay.
They're just coming
Alright,
down
Devonay.
enough so they can see the Devonay.
Devonay has a feeling stuff's gonna happen, so she's gonna put up her shield
Okay.
one last time.
And then the second one fires off his 2 arrows at you. That's a 5 and that's a 12, so that ain't gonna cut it.
Nice.
So that brings us over to Solana.
Mama's like, excuse me. But she has to heal herself. So she's gonna heal herself. She's like, cure wounds.
Okay.
17. I can't math either. Okay, I feel a little better. And then I'm gonna quarterstaff it. Can I do that? No, I can't do that.
No, I think
That's not
Cure
really-
Wounds is an action, right?
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Alright, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay, sorry, no monkeying here. And that'll
I
bring
know.
us to Solaren. Solaren, you just
Alright.
watch this thing pop up. It is looking in rough shape. It's smoldering from where the different fireballs have singed parts of it. You can see just spots where, from where Quen's pelted it with magic missile. It's looking pretty beat up.
Alright. Yes. Solaren sees all the smoldering fire damage it's taken, and he's gonna throw some ice at it and cast Chill Touch.
And that'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Nice.
The the chilliest touch.
On roll 20, show me some damage. Okay.
Nice.
We're still in combat, but this is a big one, so I gotta ask Learn, how do you want to kill the Hydra?
All right.
Yay!
So, Slaren's hands, they turn necrotic with ice, and he launches a blast at the Hydra, and it covers it in ice and topples its heads off.
Yee.
Okay. And with that, you watch as the body slowly starts to sink back down into the water.
Nice.
Good job.
Oh no, they can see me now.
Anything else you're doing? Movement? Bonus action?
I'll move up a little bit closer to the rock wall, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. Now, as you're moving up a little closer, you can see there's a couple of arrows floating in the water in front of Devonay. And that'll bring us to Gwen.
Ah, Delan, oh boy, am I glad that you did that. So it's the plan, guys.
Keep on pelting them
Lemonade
with
points
spells.
into the room. We've already started attacking them.
I guess so. Alright. I'm gonna move up here and try and peek in. And I'm gonna center, I think, a fireball right about there? Yeah. I'm gonna let off a fireball.
The ones you're looking at up top, because Roll20's acting up, I can't drag them down. They're smack dab in the middle of the room, too.
Oh,
You got them, they're all nice and clustered up right there. So go ahead and make your roll. Okay. So for 3 of them, I am not even rolling for them because they don't have enough to survive. So
That's
there's
promising.
rapid fire fireballs at these things. As once again you hear a massive and see the glow as this fiery explosion rocks into that room.
gosh, I need that spell, guys.
It's pretty fun.
Twirling the wand.
Yeah.
We need to roll for those guys. They hadn't taken anything yet. It's a dex save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, save and save.
Dang.
Okay, so they still take a decent chunk.
Yeah, 12's decent damage. It's a good value. Good value
Yep.
spell.
Okay. And then our other one in there that you guys haven't really seen do much yet.
Skeletor?
Sure.
That's his name now.
Is never gonna live that one down. Okay, that's another 12 for him, so that is there. Okay. Anything else you're doing?
Good.
Anything else
What
you're
was
doing?
the question? No, that's it.
Okay. So
Well, actually, I want to move back away.
okay.
Just outside of that door. It's right there.
Okay, so that will bring us over to the 4 of them. Well, now the 1 of them. So, okay, let's see. And with that, this the pureblood is going to walk up towards the group of you a little ways. And let's see if this is going to do what he wants it to. Okay, yep. 5, 10, 20. Actually, it won't. He cannot get close enough to do that. So let's see what else is he going to do for us. Okay. He's going to take a couple of steps forward, down towards it so he can get a good bead on to Devaney and Solana. And looking at, let's see who's in range. Okay. Okay. Devaney, you watch as this individual looks at you. What little bit of hair had been on the top of his head still cindering and burning a little bit. So you don't really smell it given how far away you are yet, but you know it. You've all smelled burning hair before. It must be rank as he reaches out and points at you. Says, no. You would much rather remove them for me. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Here.
No!
He
those
is
are my bread
casting
and butter.
suggestion.
Uh-oh.
I'm so good at wisdom saving throws.
Well,
Not
Devaney seems to
concerned
have
with
to make
you,
the
you're
most
not the
of
one
them,
checking
and she's not
fireworks.
very good. Oh no!
Wait, it's just a suggestion spell? Oof.
You now have the let me see if I don't know if I have somebody of you who has some people that have it on there. Oh, good they do. Okay, so there's the verbiage for it. So you have just been suggested, and you think it's a wonderful idea to remove all of your compatriots from this area.
Like,
How you
kill
choose
us
to try
or
to do that?
explore us?
Okay.
It's... Who knows? Okay, we now come to
Oh no. Remove us physically or like,
permanently.
Oh,
yeah.
wait, one thing, elves have advantage to being charmed, but I guess it doesn't matter because you
I
rolled
Uh,
a
got a
yeah,
9.
Yeah.
Yeah, not with that roll.
Yeah.
unlucky. Unlucky.
Unlucky. Yeah, wisdom is not Devaney's strongest point.
So now it brings us to Devaney.
Devaney is gonna go over to Quen and attempt to pick him up.
Pick me. No. Devaney, stop.
Okay, so that if you're trying to pick him up, that I'll say Devaney, that's a athletics check. Quen, you can either try to power out of it, or you can use acrobatics to try to dodge it.
Oh, I'm gonna do acrobatics up the wall.
I mean, that's not.
Yeah.
He's not really high for
Yeah,
Devaney.
so as Devaney walks over and tries to grab onto Quen, Quen somehow manages to sort of scamper up the wall out of your grasp.
I like to imagine that Devaney grabs me up top, but I run up with my legs. Because Quen is as bouncy as Devaney is strong.
Yeah. Devaney just, oh, I tried.
Okay, so that brings us over to the other two, who, seeing you following your instructions well, are going to take a couple of pot shots over at Solana. Let's see if they'll let me roll these again. There we go. Okay. So you have 4 shots coming your way, Solana.
Okay.
So,
Nope.
1, 2,
Nope.
3. Oh, that one will hit. That's 3 piercing and 7 poison damage.
Damn poison damage.
And
Ah.
6 piercing and 6 poison.
Okay, 22.
So a total of 22 damage.
Gotcha.
as they take pot shots over at you, and that brings us to you.
Lana's not looking so hot, and she's not looking so happy.
So right now you've got Sekolok and those two Yanti.
So Lana would like to move up and turn into a giant ape.
Yes.
In fact,
Fuck them up.
she's gonna summon magic pixies, and she's gonna say, Quinn, are you willing?
Oh, I'm always willing.
Valerian, are you willing?
Yes.
And we're all gonna turn into giant apes because I'm dying. Squirrel.
So you're turning the three of you and not Devaney.
Yes.
Okay. Actually,
If Devaney wasn't under suggestion, she would be perfectly fine with that, by the way.
Okay, good.
She did not enjoy her time as a bunny corn, so she doesn't want to be an ape.
my thought was, if you cast it on Devaney, Devaney can just pick one up as a giant ape, pick one in each hand.
Yeah, no, not on Devaney. She sees, like, her going after Quinn. And says,
Funny look on Devaney's face.
You've seen this funny look on Devaney's face before.
yeah. Really?
Yeah, Devaney's been hit by suggestion a couple of times by the Yanti.
Oh.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, just to make things a little easier for everybody, is just use your own tokens for the,
Oh, okay. Do you want me to delete the giant ape thing?
no, you can keep one out there. I'm just gonna put it in there for everybody.
Okay, it's 157.
Oh, no, oh yeah, so,
Oh, you're doing it. Okay, you're
yeah, I'm
doing
gonna give everybody the
the size. Okay.
journal.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you all have a giant ape sheet in your journal. It is the same sheet, so don't mess around with it because you're all using the same one. But just take like a notepad or something. You now have 157 health.
Yeah, because I was down to 20.
And
I know
strangely
wizards
enough,
are like that, but Solana's not used to being at 20 hit
don't badmouth wizards, man. Wolfen
I
has
know,
more health
you
than
got
most
like
of this party.
three-
Yep.
You got more hit on Friday. Wolfen has more hit points than Ashlyn. It's ridiculous.
It's the way the dice fall.
Yeah.
So now keep in mind it is going to be very difficult for you guys to get through that opening,
Yeah.
just given the size of you. But anything you're doing, Sloan, or are you just staying right where you are? Still have movement.
Oh yeah, I got 40 people in here. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Before I move the token, let me count them out. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move like here.
And just move your token, not the giant ape.
Okay.
This way we can just keep it a little easier once it's in there. 'Cause again, once you all start cramming in there, we won't be able to see anything else.
Okay, and then actually I have 40 feet of movement. I'm gonna move. Do I have reach? No, I've got a rock. I'm gonna take a rock and throw it at Skeletor.
Your action would have been conjure wooden beam.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm good. So I got movement. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Ooh.
Okay, so that'll bring us to Ape Solaren.
All right.
So you are standing near Ape Quen, and
Yeah.
you are now watching Devaney, who had just grabbed a hold of Quen, and Quen sort of ran up the wall, and then exploded into a giant ape right as you did. Devaney is now standing, hand sort of on a shin.
All right. So Solarian is kind of startled momentarily by, first of all,
Oh,
seeing
you
Quen turn into a giant ape, but kind of confused by what Devaney is doing exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's not going to do anything to Devaney, but he's just going to walk around and walk past her.
So you got 40 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a little tough getting through there because Quen is now a massive giant ape as well.
Mhm.
So as you're sort of pushing through, you're getting little bit, you know, you're feeling stalactites break against your shoulder as you're pushing your way through. It's not the most pleasant walk. As you turn, you can see another giant ape in the room.
And can I see Sekalok there from where I'm standing?
Yep.
All right.
You can also see I'm going to try moving these tokens again down to where they were.
You can throw a rock at him.
Yeah. So I will throw a rock.
Okay.
That
Oh, they were down there. I wouldn't have walked up that.
Well, you'd still be, because of your size, you'd still be in range with them.
Oh, right. Okay.
That'll hit.
Rock!
Go ahead
So
and roll
good.
some damage.
Oh, no!
Oh wow. That makes up for everything you've missed before.
yeah, indeed.
As you haul off and belt this rock, you watch as Sekalok, seeing it coming at first, sort of throws up their arm and shoulder trying to block into it. And as the rock slams in and shatters over him, he stumbles back a couple of feet. He looks messed up.
I
He is
hope
still
so.
standing.
Oh my god.
Gotta give props to that guy,
Yeah.
but wow.
Nice.
And I'm not even gonna roll because there is no way to roll. Oh, actually, you be able to. You have to nat 20 it, but
Oh no.
concentration check for the spell on Divinate.
Oh,
But
right,
it's
right.
half the damage is 25.
Right.
His mod is a 5.
Okay.
Ah.
No, not 20s, no, not 20s. Come on. Yeah, fail!
Nice.
You, Devin, you are now really confused as you sort of come out of it and go, wait, what was I trying to do?
Why am I hugging Quinn? Wait, ape leg?
Roy.
Awesome.
And anything else you're doing?
Blair?
No, that was it.
Okay. So Quinn, as you notice as you are now a massive ape, but Devaney has just let go of you. And there is another massive ape sort of blocking the area just to the north of you.
Wow. Oh, this is a dream come true. Roar! Can I throw a rock in there, like over Solarian's shoulder or something, or
You can
move in
throw
there?
it in. You can throw it in. I'd say you'd have disadvantage on the throw, though, only given his size. And where he stopped, there's only about a 10-foot gap
Okay.
where he is.
Can I muscle him out of the way or anything? Like, bruh, move. Like,
I
and then throw-
say go ahead and make an athletics check.
oh, using the monkey stats?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so strong.
Now,
What is it? Athletics?
Yep.
All
if
right.
it doesn't have.
No.
As you go
Why?
charging in and just
Why?
shove into him, it seems like Monkey Solarian has no idea what you're talking about. It just sort of jostles back at you, think you're playing.
Move, you stupid ape.
So that was a free one.
Solarian
So you
turns
still
around
have
and
your
just
attack if you want
Throws
to
an
make
elbow
it.
back at.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna throw a rock in there.
Okay, let me just check there. And you were aiming for one of the two shooting the arrows, or were you aiming for the other one?
I'm aiming for the one that's the ugliest.
I don't know which one Quinn would think is uglier.
Probably both.
That
anyway.
one. That one's much uglier.
Okay, that one.
Obviously.
Let's see. Let me just check their DC again. So as you haul it in, that one just manages to get out of the way as the boulder rock hits the ground and rolls next to Solana's feet.
Mm-hmm.
And that will bring us over to Seclock again. Actually, let me check. This is going to be interesting. Oh, come on. Really? You don't have it in there. Okay, sorry, folks. Give me a second. I don't know my bad guy's abilities. I gotta grab a book.
Books. Who reads books?
Hashtag DM know your villains.
Who needs books when you have rocks?
Who needs rocks when you have rocks? Okay, let me see. Okay, let's see. Okay. Come on, system.
The system is down. The system is down.
Okay.
Is that distracting?
Nope. I don't think,
The cheat. We installed that light switch so you could have.
it's a creature. It's a creature. So it'll work. So Seclock is going to turn, look at Ape Solana. Because you are polymorphed and not wild shaped. Or a giant ape, and it's going to say, no. You kill those other ones.
Oh no.
Okay.
So I need you to make a giant ape wisdom saving throw. Damn it, that's
Nice.
enough. As you watch, he looks shocked. No. No. And runs. That one. Come on, roll 20. I didn't want to roll that far up. And goes running back up to the wall. Come on, you let me move it. Thank you. And standing next to the throne, reaches up and just bangs on the wall behind the throne. And that will bring us over to Devaney.
Now, is there any way that I could get inside the room, or is it all blocked off?
Realistically, for you, you can squeeze through because you're only a couple of feet tall. And these giant, I mean, you can just sort of walk and weave in between their legs.
Alright, let's see how far I can go. So... to just get into that corner there, so I'm not in the way with my 8 pals. And that guy that's sitting there, can't really see around the pillar, but is that other guy dead, or
So
are there 3 left or only 2 left?
There are 3 left that you can see in the room.
Okay. I am going to, 'cause I don't want to hit anybody else. I'm just going to do a firebolt at the guy that I can actually see.
Okay, so which one? Just from your line of sight, you should be able to see 2 people. That one? You're on push to talk and you're not pushing.
Right. Thank you. I can see the guy sort of to the west and Skeletor.
So which one are you zapping?
I'm doing the one closer to me.
Okay.
Not skeleton.
You go ahead and make your roll. Okay,
I'm flanking.
I don't. Yeah, but it's ranged.
Oh, okay.
But that is. Come on. Alright, that is still enough, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah.
Okay. He is not. He's looking a little rough, but he is still on his feet. Anything else you're doing?
I don't think I have enough movement left to get over to him, so I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. That will bring us over to the two of them, who are going to rush up and actually charge you. So, Solana, you will get to make an attack against one of them.
Okay.
Okay, that'll hit. So go ahead and roll your damage. Okay. And then two of them, as they sort of surround you in that corner, are just going to start. Well, they're both going to make 2 attacks with their scimitar against you. So the first one
Alright.
swings twice. And after just getting hammered in the back of the head by a giant ape as it charged up at you, seems to not really know which end of a scimitar he should be holding.
You're gonna hurt yourself, man.
The second one comes in and really doesn't do much better.
Nice.
That brings us over to Solana.
How bad does Skeletor look? Do I know?
He's looking pretty rough, actually. He's not looking horrible, but considering how he looked before, he's still looking in pretty rough shape.
Okay, I'm gonna get as close to him as I can and do 2 fist attacks against him.
Okay.
Did I hit?
No. As you come down, as you throw your first fist down, he sees it coming and just throws his arm up instinctively to block, and as you slam into the scales on his arm, you watch as he just sort of absorbs the impact down.
Wow. Oh, he's got like a shield. What about that one?
That one, on the other hand, will hit.
Okay.
Hey, he is still looking good. Now you can start to see from where you hammered him down that time. You can start to see he's got a little bit of blood pouring out of his mouth. You know, it looks like he's starting to take some hits. He's not looking real good.
Okay. And that's my turn?
Okay, so that brings us to Solaren, who is currently sort of had Quen sort of pushing, trying to get past you as you're just sort of like shoving back a little bit.
Yeah, so Solaren, he kind of turns around and is jostling with Quinn a little bit. And he's going to target the King Cobra here in front of me. I'm going to throw a rock at him.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And as you throw at him, it just manages to... You hit one of the stalactites right in front of you, and it just splinters and just dust and pebbles rain down.
Solaren Ape just lets out a roar after he misses.
Hear a voice come out from inside. Come on in, the water's warm.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that brings us back to Quen. Who, Quen, you just watched Ape Solaren just literally pick up a rock and slam it into a stalactite about a foot in front of his face.
Oh gosh.
But he didn't
that's
move.
pretty wild. That's so rude. I'm so mad at that. I hate you. I politely tap on Solaren's shoulder in Giant Ape, and I go, and I try to convince you to move and push you with the athletics free action again. Please move.
Are you letting her move, or are you going to try to fight it?
Ape Solaren just kind of surrenders and moves over to the side.
Thank
So now Quinn's got a free entrance.
Gosh. Okay, and now I'm gonna reach my big ape in and go, "Ooh, ah, ah," and then punch in with once. And does this ape get a second fist
Yeah,
attack?
you get 2 fist attacks. The first one you miss down. The second one will hit though. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Punch it again. Oh, that's a big.
That was a great one.
It's a big
Yeah,
punch.
so as you come down on the one right in front of Devon A, you get splattered a little bit. The 2 of them are now looking about the same as they both just keep getting beaten on by these apes.
Devonay
Quinn
white
goes,
score.
Giant ape Quinn is like, roar!
That'll bring us over to Sekalok again. And looking at Solana, let me see him. Is come on, roll 20. There we go. Okay, and looking up at Solana, you watch as he kind of rubs his hands together and then as a massive cone of just greenish smoke billows out of his mouth. I need Ape Solana to make a Constitution save for me. Okay, you are okay.
Okay.
As it just doesn't seem to quite reach high enough up to affect you.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to this individual. And that brings us to the top of the order. And Devonay, before you get a chance, as you're looking around at everything happening, all of a sudden, from the west, echoing down the hall,
Uh-oh.
you hear bong, bong, as someone taking a mallet to a large metal gong. And as that sound reverberates down the hall to you, that's where we'll call it into tonight's session.
No, they know we're here because we weren't quiet.
I mean, we definitely made enough noise.
I didn't start it though, the fireballs did.
Yeah, but it's
We
a
did everything-
Hydra.
Yeah,
What
we
are
did
you gonna
everything
do
we
about
could
the
to be
Hydra?
silent. Once the Hydra came up, you really didn't have a choice.
They didn't hear the first round of attacks. They didn't notice anything until the door went missing.
Mm.
Then one saw Solana and went, crap, and took off running. And based on its move dash speed,
That's how long it took.
that's when he
Okay.
made it to the
Oh.
alarm.
I was thinking it was either him or Seklock banging on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you'll find out what Cyclops doing. Cyclops still
Oh,
alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was like summoning somebody or what he was doing,
Yeah,
but
trying to
know.
get to the other side of this wall. I don't like
So
not
it's-
being a GM
Probably
anymore.
pivoting.
yeah.
When I was a GM, I could see all the layers and everything. Now I don't see anything. Yeah, that was too long of an evil laughter.
Always. So, before we head off for this evening, though, we got to deal with the Nat 20 for next week. We actually already had Digitio had to take off early this evening. So he didn't get to. He has no idea that an alarm was sound. It's not yet. But he put in. He wanted to throw his boat out immediately for Solaren for the damage 180 turnaround. Plus,
Yeah.
you don't slay a Hydra every day.
Yeah.
Really?
I would vote Slaren too because he kind of needs not 20.
Oh man, a pity now 20. I don't know if that's good
Oh,
or bad thing,
You
but
get pity for
Yes.
someone who knows you. You're getting the viewers are saying you deserve it. So
yeah.
yeah,
I'll
what we'll
take
do
it.
for next week, we will give the Nat 20 to Solaren. So don't forget you've got that for next week. We will be picking up right in the thick of it as y'all saw Raz Nasai, and then up in smoke.
I know.
So, you know he's around somewhere, just...
We should turn the two of them against each other. Say, we're actually here to tell you that what's her face doesn't like you.
Yeah, we're here to talk to you.
What?
Oh, yeah, that fireball where we just tried to kill you a minute ago. Yeah, that wasn't us. That was
Just
mine.
ignore
No,
that.
you were there.
Just ignore that. It was,
Yeah.
you know, just a fireball. Like,
Hi, friendly welcome spell.
And
We
Yeah,
do it all the
yeah.
time.
then we say hello to each other.
yeah, that's how this party introduces themselves quite regularly.
Yes, that's true.
Nanny Poo Poo, the Grung,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who else? There have been other people. I think the Terra folk at one point.
Probably.
Probably a couple of
Weird
tabaxis.
flower people.
There you go.
Yeah.
The goblins.
We're not that
Don't forget, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream, if there's anyone still with us, we do have a new show starting in just a couple of weeks. Tabletop Legends, I believe it's April 2nd. It's going to be a little different than how we normally do things here. It is actually a live play stream. So it's going to be DM Matt, who used to be Tuala on our stream here, is going to be sitting around a table with people rolling real dice. And it's going to be great. If you haven't checked them out, they're also on YouTube. Look up Tabletop Legends. Their little intro videos and stuff are incredible. I
They're
can't wait
super
to see what they're doing with the stream.
Yeah.
And remember, folks, for next time when you're attempting to sneak in to potentially slay the leader of an evil religion of snake people, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus when you're making that stealth check, and maybe not lead off with a fireball. Until then, we will see you next time. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.